Hi, it's Tracy again, and I have with me today my daughter Aubrey and her horse Sonny. And we're going to tell you a little bit about Sonny, his characteristics and personality, and then you can decide if you'd like that personality or that type of horse for yourself. So I'm going to interview Aubrey because she knows the most about her horse because she rides him all the time. So, say hello, Aubrey.
Hi, everyone.
So, I would like you to tell us a little bit about Mr. Sonny.
So Sonny is an Appaloosa and a quarter horse mix. His mom was a purebred Appaloosa, and we've had Sonny since he was a baby. And his personality is he's super silly, he's really smart, and he's kind of sneaky at the same time. He can like open gates and do other crazy things that you wouldn't think a horse can do.
And Aubrey has taught him actually in the last couple weeks how to do some tricks. She's starting to teach him how to bow and how to give hugs. And Sonny, being in Appaloosa, I think we talked about Appaloosas a little bit in our class. Some of their characteristics are a white sclera around his eye. So there's white around the outside of his eye. He says, you're a little too close. There you go. And a lot of them have, it's called mottled skin on their nose. Sonny does not. And what that means is it's just, could be speckled skin color. And another characteristic is that the Appaloosa will have a striped hoof. And you'll see here, Sonny's one hoof has less mud on it, but it has some striping on it. So those are some characteristics. And Aubrey, tell us what color he is.
He's called a red roan. So he's kind of like a reddish brown, but he has some white on his
body
area.
Yeah.
And kind of by his back end a little ways.
So the red roan color, he's not completely shed out this spring, but it will look like speckles of white hairs in a mostly reddish brown coat. And he's still shedding a bit. But Sonny's a smaller horse. He's about 14.2 hands high, which is what we learned. Remember the measurements? Measuring from the withers down to the ground, 14.2 is exactly on the mark for he is a horse, but if he would have been a tiny bit shorter, they would refer to him as a pony. So, and like Aubrey said, his personality is a little mischievous because he's so smart, and I love having a smart horse. He will unlatch gates. He will test his rider. So what characteristics does his human have to have, Aubrey?
Well, his human has to be very patient because he will test you, and like he'll try to push the boundaries to see what you'll do, depending on what he does. And you just overall have to be calm and friendly, because then he'll be too.
And what I've noticed about Sonny is if you play with him like you would a peer or an equal, he will take advantage of that, and he will then become the herd leader. So as his human, she needs to be firm but respectful. If Sonny gets out of line, she needs to correct him, but in a kind, respectful way. If she were to get angry at him, then he would probably be more stubborn. So I think she has a good balance of that with Sonny, and has taught him a couple tricks that maybe she'll show us in a few minutes. All right, so Aubrey is going to show us a trick that she has been beginning to teach Sonny to do. Which one are you going to show us?
First, I'm going to show you the hug, and then he can take a bow.
Okay. All right, let him know what you're going to do. Show him your treat.
So what you do is you have a treat in your hand and let him smell it. You put your hand here and then have him put his neck around your back as if he's giving you a hug.
And eventually she'll be able to do that trick without treats, and he'll just know when she gives that command or says to hug, he'll know what to do. All right, what's the next one?
And then he can take a bow for the work that he's done. Take a bow, Sonny. Good boy.
And that's the beginning stages of it. Eventually, he'll progress to where he can be on one foot and kind of bow a little bit differently. So, overall, Sonny's personality is fantastic. He's a smart horse that's a little mischievous, but I would say that he isn't for a beginning stage rider. I think he will test his rider and push limits a little bit, but that is Sonny and his personality, and we'll see you next time.